In this video, we will learn how to create a table using SQL. So our first requirement is simple. We need to create a table named customers with the columns. The columns are customer ID, first name, last name, email, phone, city, and sign up date. Most of these column names are self-explanatory. First name stores the customer's first name. Last name stores the last name. Email stores the email address. Phone stores the phone number. City stores the city. And sign up date stores the date when the customer signed up. But what about the first column, customer ID? Why do we need that column? Suppose we have two customers with the same name. Their names may be exactly the same. So we cannot always use a customer's name to uniquely identify that customer. Or multiple persons from the same family can use the same email address or the same mobile number. Some customers may not provide the email address or phone number. There is nothing we have in this table to uniquely identify each customer. But we need a column that can uniquely identify each customer record. That is the purpose of customer ID. Every customer will have a different customer ID. Now, before writing the SQL statement, let us prepare our column names. For column names, we will avoid spaces. We can have spaces in column names, but that is not ideal. So, instead of spaces, we will use underscore symbols between words. First underscore name, last underscore name, sign up underscore date, customer underscore ID. Next, we need to specify a data type for each column. The customer ID will be a whole number, so we specify it as an integer. Now, these columns, first name, last name, email, phone, and city, will contain text. So, we can specify the data type of these columns as VARCHAR. VARCHAR stands for variable character. When we give the VARCHAR data type, we can also specify a limit on the maximum number of characters in that column. This helps us control how much text can be stored in these columns. Let us give first name and last name 50 characters each. For email, we will use 100 characters. For phone, 20 characters. Even though a phone number contains digits, we do not perform calculations with it. Phone numbers can also contain characters such as a plus symbol. So we store the phone number as text. And for city, 50 characters. The sign-up date will contain a date, so the data type is date. Date is a built-in data type in SQL. The purpose of this customer ID column is to uniquely identify each customer in the table, so we will make it the primary key. This means the customer ID column cannot contain duplicate values and it cannot be null. For example, if you observe our mockup data, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the customer ID column. These are unique values and no record has a null value for customer ID. Now, the column definitions should be enclosed between opening and closing parentheses. Also, the column definitions should be separated from each other using a comma. Let us rewrite this to form a valid SQL statement. Create table, table name, followed by column information in parentheses. This is our final statement to create the customers table. Let us run it. Click the play button, execute script. The customers table is created. Here in the left menu, expand the online store database, expand schemas. Under public, tables, there it is, the customers table. If you do not find it the first time, right click on tables, click refresh. Coming back to the query we wrote, the general structure of create table is like this. In our example, customers is the table name. Here, each line inside the parentheses defines one column. A constraint is optional. In our example, we specified the primary key constraint for the customer ID column. There are other constraints such as not null, unique, foreign key, check, and default. We will learn them when we need them. So, to quickly recap what we used, integer stores whole numbers. VARCHAR stores text with a specified maximum length. Date stores dates. And primary key tells the database that the customer ID uniquely identifies each row. Now, Let us display the table using a select query. We shall learn about this select query after inserting some records into the table. But for the time being, remember that this statement displays our customers table. Select the query and click on the Run button where we have the digit 1 over it. It runs only that query that is selected in the editor or the line where the cursor is. If we use this plain Run button, it executes all the statements in the editor. We have already executed the create table statement, so we do not want to run the entire script again. The result appears in the Data Output tab. We can see the column names, but there are no rows yet because we have not inserted any records into the table. We can save all these queries into a file. Click on this Save button here. We can specify the SQL file name. Let us give online_store.sql. For the location, I'm going to save it inside my SQL Complete Course for Beginners folder. Then click Save. Now we can see the file name in the Query tab. In this video, we learn how to create a table, specify data types for columns, and use constraints. In our next tutorial, we will insert some rows into the customers table.